Dear students, are you ready for the class? Please get ready with your book, pen and paper. So, I am going to start from the chapter 5, and the today's topic is liver. This is one of the most important topic from the chapter 5. So, hope you are all ready for the class. So, I want to start the class writing a question. So, you need to write that. Here, look at the question. Nowhere I have mentioned it is a liver. So here the term is used largest gland. This is the one point. Another point, organ in laboratory or any other way this question can come. So, by seeing these two words you can understand it is talking about liver. How does liver look like? It look like this. See the picture? It has two lobes. Later I will explain. So, you know every question will start with a heading. So, what would be the heading for this? So, you have to write what it is and where it is found or situated and what is the main thing it does. Okay. So, I am writing this in points. This is the heading. So, you have to understand by my explanation what to write after. Clear? The answer heading. Point number 1. Point 2. Point 3. Okay. This is the heading for the answer. Now, you are going to using these 3 points you have to write in a sentence. How? I am telling you. It is the liver is the largest gland of human body and it is situated just below the diaphragm and different kinds of biochemical reactions takes place here. Next step is the diagram. You also draw the diagram with me. So, esophagus and this one is the liver, this is stomach, gallbladder, next steps we are going to write about the structure of liver, and very simple way, in a point I am going to write all the points of structure. Clear? Structure. Number 1, okay. It is the, what is the color of the liver? It is deep brown color, and it has 2 lobes. Can you remember the picture I drew here before? This is right, this is left, and this is the liver. Look, the right one is bigger than the left one. Okay. So, here is written first one, right one is larger than the left one. Later on, these 2 lobes divided to more. So, those are not continuous. So, you can identify which one has started from where. Okay, and they are made up of liver cells. Okay, they are brown. The liver looks brown, and it is a deep brown. It has 2 lobes, and that 2 lobes has divided into more 4 lobes, and each of the lobes is made up of different liver cells. Now, next question: these cells has to produce bile. Bile. Liver looks deep brown color, and it has 2 main lobes, and the right lobes is larger than the left one, and these 2 lobes has more 2, 4 lobes, discontinuous lobes, and those are made up of liver cell, and these liver cells are very special because they produce bile, and liver cells produce bile, and this bile is a liquid thing that has to be stored somewhere, and the organ where it is going to be stored, that is called a sac like structure, it is called gallbladder. You have to write where the gallbladder is situated, then what is the condition of the bile. Okay. Have you noticed, students, the points I have writing here, if anything comes as a short question, you will be able to answer, to write all the points. Okay, that's all about the structure of liver. Clear? Next step is function. Before writing the functions, I want to say you something. Liver performs two types of function. Some of the functions occur inside the liver and some of outside of the liver. So, first I am going for the outside functions. What are those? That is, the bile is produced by the liver, that does not any function inside the liver. It has to comes out from the liver, then it helps in digestion. Okay. So, let us write about the functions serially. So, there is a heading for the function, you have to write it by the ingredients are water, and salt, bile acid, cholesterol, mineral salts. These are the ingredients of bile. Now, how do they perform? Very important point. What does it do? In the diagram, can you remember, the bile gallbladder is connected with bile duct to the, then pancreatic duct get attached with the duodenum. What is the duodenum? Can you remember? Duodenum is the upper part of intestine. Intestine has three parts. the upper part is duodenum, which is connected to the stomach, and pancreatic duct is attached with duodenum. What is duct? Duct means a tiny narrow tube like structure is called duct. Duct of bile get attached with pancreatic duct, then the secretion of the bile and also the enzymes secreted by the pancreas, that all together enter to the duodenum, and at the same time the food already have half broken, that means in the stomach, and in the, one of the most important thing is secreted in the stomach, that is hydrochloric acid, because this hydrochloric acid breaks inactive pepsinogen can turn into pepsin. So, after that the protein has to be break down into polypeptide, and for this reason acidic condition is very important for, and then gastric juice also produce that hydrochloric acid to gives that acidic condition. After that the food is half broken, that has to be passed through the duodenum to the jejunum in the one of the another part of small intestine. So, while they are passing through the duodenum, then they are going to mix, okay, they are getting mixed with the juices that are secreted by pancreas and also coming bile from gallbladder. So, first job that is doing the acidic chyme, that the liquid is called chyme. Keep it in mind, what is chyme? It is coming always as a question. So, half broken food in the stomach when is called chyme, and that chyme is acidic, and that has to be neutralized. Otherwise, other enzymes like lipase, then amylase, and also pepsin, trypsin cannot work on the food for the further digestion, to complete the digestion. For that reason, bile salt neutralize the acidic chyme which is coming from the stomach and passing through the duodenum. So, what is the purpose of this? Neutralize, it helps to complete digestion in the small intestine. Whenever you have write some reason, and that has to be explained. So, I have written neutralize, why it is necessary to be neutralized, that helps to complete the digestion in small intestine. So, comes to the next point. Okay. See, another clue has given, but what is the purpose? What is the reason to break down into small droplets? That means when large molecule breaks down into small, then it gets more surface area. I am showing you a simple example here, like suppose this is a big ball of fat. Clear? See carefully, and you have to answer there. You understood or not? So, when enzymes secreted over it, and start to digest, isn't that? So, if I break down in okay, I have break down into 4 pieces, clear. So, look here, now enzyme can also get inside more, the occupying the space, surrounding space. Actually, this is the main function of bile, to break down large fat molecule into tiny droplets, okay, which gives more surface area. For what is the reason? Another reason, surface area, what is the reason for that? So, lipase can act more. Okay. The purpose for this I am writing here, number 1, increase area, and another point, so enzyme lipase can act efficiently. So, while I am checking your scripts, I was observing that the points you are writing, so you are not giving any reason why this thing is happening, for what. So, that is the most important to make a good question answers, right. Now, I am going for the internal action that is happening in the liver. Now, the most important thing, do you know, after the digestion, the digested food is carried by a blood vessel which is called hepatic portal vein. So, all the food, digested food from the small intestine is absorbed by hepatic portal vein and taken to the liver. So, you have to write first your point to start like this, then it will be easier for you to understand. Okay. Why? There is a reason. When something is written and there is a question arise, then that means the answer is not complete. So, you know, blood contain all the digested food elements, okay, because blood has to distribute to all over the body. Blood is full of glucose, amino acid, lipids and other things. But blood also maintain always at a certain level of every food nutrients and other things, even organic and inorganic materials. So, when the food is taken by the hepatic portal vein from the intestine to the liver, that time some of the things can be more, some of the things can be less. So, what will happen? If the substances are more, then we can be sick. That can be deposit in some parts of the organ and create some health problem, right. So, that cannot be happen because of liver. It is controlling all the nutrients, how much would be in the blood or not. So, what happens? If somehow sugar level, glucose level in the blood become high, then what does it do? Liver turn extra glucose into glycogen, okay, in presence of one kind of enzyme. Now, here the point, glycogen. Because you know the pancreas is called a mixed gland. Why? It also produces hormone and enzymes, and it is considered as endocrine gland and exocrine gland. So, endocrine glands always secretes hormones and exocrine glands always secretes enzymes and other chemicals. So, pancreas also secrete two kind of hormones. What are those? Insulin and glucagon. So, if the sugar level become low, then what will happen? Then liver again breaks down this glycogen into glucose and supply to the blood, and blood can get its normal level. Clear how important it is? So, all this happening inside the liver. Supply to the blood. Function number 4. Another most important function happens inside the liver. What is that? The hepatic portal vein has carried all the food nutrients to the liver. One of them is glucose and another one is amino acid. That means if the amount of amino acid in the blood is more, then excessive amino acid has to be break down into urea, uric acid, ammonia and other nitrogenous oxide. So, now the question, why they have to break down into? Because the amino acids molecules are big in size, they can't filter by our kidney. That has to be break down into smaller molecule, and it is happening in the liver, and excessive amino acid given out from the body. Otherwise, they have to deposit in different body parts of the body and will suffer from different kind of arthritis, okay, and other health problems. After breaking down, given to the blood, and blood take them to the kidneys, and kidney filter them and given out from the body as waste product with urine. Clear? Every answer need a conclusion. So, what will be the conclusion of this answer? You have to write, from above discussion it is proved that liver is controlling so many biological actions, reactions of our body, which is helping to maintain a good health and also helps us to removal of all waste products, and by this way keeping our body healthy. And that's why it can be said liver is the organic laboratory. What is about the bile acid? Very important. It helps after the digestion of fat, that has to be absorbed, and in absorption of fat it helps, and also the fat soluble vitamins cannot be absorbed by the body in absence of bile acid. suppose if the sugar level is high in the blood, then people will be diabetics, but it is not happening. So, you are eating a lot of sweets and everything all day long, but you are not getting by diabetes. Why? Because liver breaking down that extra glucose into glycogen in presence of one kind of hormone. If the sugar level becomes, because you are fasting whole day, so your sugar level in the blood will be low. So, what will happen that time? Glycogen stored in the liver, that again breaks down into glucose and supply to the blood, and blood gets its normal level.